I'd say Ryan, Bradley with the girls more so than the guys, and maybe Ben, because I just feel he's starting to get to that point where he's not cracking, but you can just see it bubbling just a little bit underneath the surface. I don't know if Ben would struggle without me. He's, very much his own person. He still has Stacey there and Sarah, which is fantastic because they're sort of the other go-to girls and whatnot. Maybe as a confidant, I think so. Might, but hopefully he'll be fine. I think Sarah might struggle without me just because we worked so well together. We didn't have to talk much to each other, but we knew exactly what plane we were both on. And with the cooking and the cleaning, yeah. Hi, Carly. It was extremely draining and I did not relax mentally whatsoever. I was consistently thinking about the outside world, which is probably the worst thing to do, but I was thinking about my life, what is going on out there. I was worried about my mum, thinking about my friends, thinking about how most of these people in this house don't really get me or understand me. Being in theatre, you're in such a different league. Not saying it's a good or a bad thing, but you are just such a different person from other people, and I hardly slept in 2 weeks. I was just, emotions were running hot and cold and up and down, so it was very mentally draining. Dale! Oh, that's so awesome. Hopefully next week. I already rang my cast manager last night and was just like, okay, next week I'm coming back. I need to set my foot on that stage and be Vava and fly on a silver moon. I had a small thing for Ray. Just, his arms are astounding. I don't go for muscly guys, but I was just like, and the fact that he had such determination and such focus really intrigued me. So, yeah, and lovely guy. I'm not entirely total opposite of what he would ever go for, but that's okay. Oh, good question, Jan. I would like to think not. I would like to think she's a much better person than that. But in saying that, I think that by her having this love interest, it's kept her in the house rather than me. Because people want to see stuff like that. And going, I think she might be a little bit manipulative in that respect. Everybody singing as I left, that was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Another favourite moment of mine, and the most probably dreaded moment, was me getting saturated on the bike where the rain just did not stop. And I was just drenched, so it's funny. My quiet time in the house is when I was putting on my makeup, because I didn't go to the bathroom, I just sat on the side of my bed, and for me that was very therapeutic. At the present time, after yesterday, would be Bradley. And I know everyone's probably going to hate me because he's, this, that and everything else, but just for the fact that he tried to force opinions on me and didn't. When I tried to, give him experience that I know and sort of say to him, you've got to learn not to speak like this, it kind of was shut down, and I'm like, The most genuine in my eyes definitely is Ben, in my eyes. He isn't fake one iota, and same with Sarah, I feel. Oh, many awkward moments. Just more so for the fact that I'd say something to somebody and they'd look at me blankly and not understand anything, and I was like, oh, okay, awkward. I had an issue with Michael. Oh my God, I totally forgot about that. That's right. I forgot about that whole scenario. Whoopsie. Oh well, can't confront him now, can I? What was about the third night we were at dinner and he's sitting across from me and we're all talking about gay marriage and boat people and everything like that, and he's going through, because he has the IQ of a genius and whatnot, which quite frankly, he knows a lot about stuff, but that's about it. Like, sometimes his reality of things, you just go, oh honey, seriously, please. He was pointing out, like, this person's in here for that, this person's in here for that, this person's in here for that. He came around to me and he said, you're in here just to look glamorous. And I kind of looked at him, I looked at Ben, and I just in my head, I'm like, bite my tongue, because I could have just flown at him and gone, no honey, I'm not in here to look glamorous. I'm doing, I'm in here because of this, just because you're smart and rah, rah, rah. And it just sort of got on my gripe because I take pride in how I look. I like to look my best all the time. Obviously in the morning, not so crash hot. And he didn't even give me a moment to even get to know me. He didn't give me the time of day at that stage. He hadn't even talked to me because he's so caught up in himself. And for me, it was a very hard, touchy scenario because I'm like, this is way too early in the piece for me just flying off, because then that would have really segregated me from the rest of the group more so. No regrets. I went in there and I did what I did, and yeah, I've done it. So, yay!